Hotep's been told you. Back at it again. Episode 22. Hotep Jesus. What's going on, man?
What's good, y'all? Thanksgiving is tomorrow, right? So in
Yeah.
my head, I'm thinking about my cousin that burned and everything. You know what I mean? You
Oh, you gonna take that walk?
yeah, we gotta take that walk. But I just got news she pregnant. I'm like, damn, no. She having a baby. It's my gay cousin too. She's been a lesbian her whole life. She about to have a baby and get married.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she about to, you know what I'm saying? So I know the real deal on y'all on the LGBT community.
You was about to slip up again, man. Oh my God. I need a board. We need one of the boards, the radio got when you slip up like,
I caught it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in. Please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that share. Like my man Bronx Hippie said, the best live show on YouTube. We're here on a special occasion, the pre-Thanksgiving Eve. Well, Thanksgiving Eve, we usually do on Thursdays, like I said, but we have to, Thanksgiving is it's a big shine holiday. It's like, cooking dinner is a big thing. I'm going to my mom tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Usually somebody cook the spread. They all go over that house. You know what I mean? You might bring some cake or some plates or something like that. I might bring a soda or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing in the African American community. Thanksgiving. Thank you, white man, for coming.
Thank you, white man, for pressing us so good. We done turned candy yams. We done created candy yams. We done created macaroni and cheese, fried chicken. Thank you.
Yo, hold on. Can we talk about this for a second? Because tomorrow we're gonna have a whole bunch of people placed. Then you're gonna hug a whole bunch of people tweeting about, we shouldn't be celebrating things. I know what you're going to do. You're going to come over there early, talking the whole shit about we shouldn't be celebrating. But you know how everything is like, with, how they went with the Confederate soldier statues. So now, they were pissed off about Columbus Day. Thanksgiving Day is coming, but it's so entrenched in society. You know what I mean? Football on and shit like that. Everybody cooks a turkey. It is what it is. It's a part of American culture, man. For real.
Yeah, for real. It's definitely in my culture. If I wanted to run from it, I couldn't, because I ain't trying to. Cause, you know what I mean? Because honestly, it's the one time a year that you actually get like to see family. Like you ain't see all year. If it wasn't for Thanksgiving, like niggas would not see each other.
You for real? That's right, man. A lot of times that's when you get together to see people you haven't seen in all year. You see them. You see them every Thanksgiving over a plate of goddamn turkey, but you don't see them any other time.
But that's the thing. It's like we following that holiday, but that holiday is tied to the natural occurrences of Earth and its seasons and the solstice. If you follow the Farmer's Almanac, so this is about a changing of seasons and going into the winter and all of that. But these dates are lined up with African technology. African natural technology. So sometimes we bash these holidays and don't know its true meaning and its true origin. We're going to talk about it tomorrow on Twitter.
Okay. Indeed. So if y'all don't follow Hotep Jesus on Twitter, follow him tomorrow at Vibe. Because you will be in a treat. Anyway, let's get to the topics, man. Bill Maher, whatever his name is. Maher. He finally got some heat on him for dissing. This is the man that called himself a house nigga. That was just last year. Had Ice Cube come up there and parlay with him and shit like that. He's smooth things over. Had to bring it. He brought out his house. Like, dude, y'all listen. I just peeped that. They was like, yo, we'll bring our hold up, Bill, we'll fix this. You called yourself a house nigga, we'll bring one of our house niggas on TV. Shout out to Ice Cube, no disrespect. He clowned Stan Lee and a lot of people because Bill Maher was saying, of course, one of the reasons Trump got elected is because is evident is how comic books are so important in American culture. What do you think about that?
Comic books are, I think that's a American thing, but I'm sure it has some previous, ideas. I'm sure it had like some origins. Like I'm sure he didn't pull the idea out of, Stanley. I don't think he pulled the idea out of thin air. I'm sure it was like inspired by something, right?
Yeah.
But it's probably not the first of its kind. But for America, yeah, because we've always had superheroes in books. They call them like Zeus and shit like that.
Yeah, but I remember a time when comic books wasn't even really like the end thing like it is now. You know what I'm saying? When I was like in the 80s and 90s, it was kind of like a smaller niche market. And now, they came out with the cartoons. The cartoons were hot. And, they came out with the X-Men movies and the shit. It just went out of control. Now everybody, it's like the culture is comic books when before it really wasn't comic books. So, I don't know, I guess he's making a point that, we're not the most intellectual people of the earth, but, everybody has their own things. Like, Japanese have their anime and manga, whatever they call it, what do they call it, anime or something?
Yeah.
Or manga.
You had it right.
Okay. Yeah. So, everybody has their little other things besides the classical books and stuff like that. This was just a cheap shot from a cheap guy. Bill Maher is just a piece of shit, man. I just can't, I only know other way to say it.
Remember Paul Bunyan?
Yeah.
Paul Bunyan was a superhero.
Yeah.
He was like that's like, that's a concept of a superhero. But I don't know. I mean, Superman, Spider-Man, like that's the thing, kids. Whether it's American culture, they've made it American culture, with the movies and all of that. I never really got into the whole comic thing. I appreciated it for when I did see it, like, when people would talk about it, like my friends were into comics, I'd listen to them talk about it. It sounded very interesting. I just never got into it. I might have owned like a comic here or there, but, I was back before we had electronic devices and shit.
Yeah, I feel you. But, but like I said, they was on his shit. They was on his shit harder than when he called himself a house nigga. I believe that, man.
But it's messed up because did they show up at his house like they did Tucker Carlson?
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's the double standard.
Yeah, definitely. We got to talk about, we know last week we mentioned that Trump was doing the prison reform. He's going to give people in jail a second chance. Now they had the vote, and our illustrious Black Caucus members voted against it. This is the thing, man. Is when Black people do things, they do it overboard, man. They if they like them cats, they're dedicated to the Democratic Party. Some of the Democrats were like, man, I'm gonna vote for it. It's a good thing. These guys like, no, man, we supposed to hate Trump. We can't vote for nothing with Trump. Like, even if it will help you out, these cats voted down the measure. They keep talking about mass incarceration is modern day slavery. So you get a bill that gives these people a second chance, and here goes John Lewis and them shine saying, no, man, we can't vote for this.
The usual suspects. The same jungle bunch. The same monkeys in the white man jungle. And this is who we're supposed to trust. This is who we're supposed to. I'm putting my chips on Farrakhan. I can't with these fools, man. I cannot with these fools. People came on, man, just, well, we have to take a look at the bill and all that. Man, pass that bill, get out my face. Talk about.
What are you talking about? This is easy, open and shut case, man. There's people in jail that can get out off of this. If they're non-violent offenders, they can get out. These people, we got to look at it.
They talk about we got to look at it because it's some private prison. Man, private prisons going to get their own thing. Just like my man, what's the name, said. Dallas Penn. Dallas Penn tweeted the other day. He said, yo, if I ever became a billionaire, I start myself a record label and then I'd buy a private prison. So,
like, why do they care about if it's a private prison? The prison's going to get built regardless, whether the state builds it or is it private. So, I mean, do you want the money come out your pocket, or you want to come out somebody else's pocket? I mean, it's just simple, man. You can't tell the shines nothing. I know, I mean, on his face, profiting from prison is like, come on, we got to do better than this. And at some point, maybe the human society can get above that. You know what I mean? But just stop, man. Until we need to lower our culture so we don't putting ourselves in these predicaments where we get locked up, man. So, I mean, it don't matter. They're going to keep building these jails. We keep selling the white man's drugs. They're going to keep building the white man's jails. It's as simple as that.
It's that simple. You don't see no Asians complain about private prisons. The Indians don't. The Sikhs don't. The Hasidics don't. The Ashkenazis don't. The only people that complain about prisons are people going to prison. If you followed the plan of the wise Ashkenazi, you wouldn't have these problems. You wouldn't have to worry about the prison.
You're right, man. You wouldn't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I was working in the jail, man, I just shake my head. I see all these shines walking down the tier. I be just like, man, fuck away. You know what I mean? I would be disgusted, dog. I just like, man, it's.
All you need is a little.
I just shake my head, man. It's sad. It was sad, man, when I was working in jail.
All you need is a little bit of rap music. A little bit of rap music, you going straight to jail, bro.
Yeah, keep that rap music away. You know, sometimes I be catching myself. You know, I don't even play it when my daughter's in the car. You know what I mean? I used to play classical, or I don't play nothing at all. We just ride silent. Speaking of jail, they locked up 6ix9ine, man. We didn't put it on the list, but you know, pretty 6ix9ine.
Yo,
they got the Rico on him, man.
Everybody was asking me, like, yo, 6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that. I like 6ix9ine. Yo, everything he put out a hit, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why he putting out hits. I had a producer, RP Jers. Jers said to us, he said, your music don't get hot till you stop caring. A lot of artists, when they create, they so worried about what are people going to say? Is this a hit? Is this a single? Is this going to be on the B side of my album? And like Pac said, man, just go in the studio and make the music. You know, so he going in there and he just having fun. He don't care. He don't care about nobody's opinions. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And he's making great music. Now, the content is a whole nother story. The content, obviously there's no content there. And you know, so that's when we talk about, that's rap music, right? Now, I'm talking about hip hop. That's something different. Hip hop is good for your soul.
Right.
Hip hop is rap in its soul form. I'm not talking about commercial rap. The record label rap. Nah, not that rap. We talking about that good wholesome rap. That Thanksgiving soul food plate rap.
Yo, did you see you hear Jordan Lucas for his Tory Lanez, man?
Oh, Jordan murdered him.
I don't know, man. Did you hear Tory's reply?
The part 2?
The Liddy, yeah, when he did the Liddy.
I ain't hear the reply.
Yo, he came back at him, right back at him, man.
Did he?
Yeah, I ain't know Tory had it like that, man.
Oh,
yeah? He got busy a little bit, man.
Yeah, I'm going to have to listen to it.
But shouts out for real hip hop. They doing some real battling, man. This is like, keep it in the booth, you know what I mean? Keep it out the streets, man. This is what we want to see. So screw them politicians, man.
Man, they got 6ix9ine, yo, free 6ix9ine. I know a lot of people saying a lot of things and but he gonna be home. My prediction is he walks.
Yeah.
He's gonna
He got some friends in high places, man.
walk.
He got some friends in high places. He might get out of this jail.
He might be home Monday.
Yeah, because they was going to put a hit. They put the hit out on him, man.
You heard about
They
that,
had to go
right?
lock him up just for his safety.
He better be happy
So
they got him locked up.
yeah.
What they said, the
Anyway,
FBI report said the informants, what they said, 2 of the people they bugged wanted to kill 6ix9ine, right? They were plotting his assassination.
yeah,
That's crazy. Whew.
that's foul. Will Smith said he's going to do a TI.
That's exactly what's about to happen.
So well,
He's wise. He's a wise man. Will Smith is a wise man.
Chipotle, man. I want to know is how you do a dine and dash from a Chipotle, man. They were doing dine and dashes so much. These shines came in there, and shout out to my Somali brothers and sisters out there. I don't know. He false flagging. He called himself African American. You know he's Somali. they go in there so much. They like, no, y'all been in here before. Yeah, I guess people that's been dining and dashing at Chipotle. The manager had their guard up because, like, oh, this look like the people that have been running it in and out here taking the burritos.
Yeah.
So he make a video, it go viral. Chipotle responds, they fire the manager. Then everybody goes to the person tweets, Abdul's tweets. He dry snitching on himself all up and down his timeline, talking about he was stealing food and shit like that. Now now I think the one girl got rehired. So what kind of crazy shit?
Yo, Chipotle. Yo, all right. So here's the play. If I was her, right? You get fired for doing your job, for protecting Chipotle's franchise. This is a publicly traded company. So you're doing your job, right? Protecting their money. And they fire you, right? They fire you because you're protecting their money. Then they call you back and say you want your job. First of all, you got to milk the viral game because now you're a viral all-star. You know what I mean? I would have changed my ad to like, fire Chipotle girl. Right?
Put the GoFundMe up.
Put the GoFundMe up, cash out, you know what I mean? Get your Dr. Phil on, you know, do that whole thing, and then sue Chipotle. That's what I would do, man. Because that's messed up. You gonna give her a job back now when she's protecting your interests in the first place? That means you didn't do a proper investigation. The Twitter peeps, right-wing Twitter, did a better investigation than Chipotle's team.
Yeah.
That tells you how Chipotle feels about their employees. I would not apply for a job at a Chipotle if I can get fired at the corporate level, and the corporate level won't even do an investigation.
Yeah, man. These companies going to have to start hiring people just to do Twitter background checks, and when shit jump off, hey man, we need to find out what this person is about and find out right now. You know what I'm saying? Have you a team going, you know, or outsource. Matter of fact, that's probably a good idea for somebody to outsource it. Like, hey man, if y'all need, call us up. 1-800 Twitter search. We'll find all the dirt on your employee or find out what happened to make sure they're in the clear. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If somebody in the chat, don't steal that idea, man. Don't steal that idea.
That idea gone. Somebody gonna run. That shit gone, dog. I ain't going to I'm over here like, yo, what's the budget on that?
Well, for real, man. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? If the Chipotle had somebody that was tech savvy enough, you know what I mean? Basically, Black Twitter got the girl fired, and white Twitter got her rehired. MAGA Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
And she was a POC, I think.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Yo, she was a POC. I think she was she looked a little ethnic, like a Puerto Rican. I don't know, but she looked a little ethnic.
Yeah, I think so. I think I was reading that earlier.
Black Twitter got to fire. White Twitter got to rehire. Man, damn. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, shouts out to Chipotle. I'm not eating there anytime soon.
I've been stopped eating. Chipotle is bad food. I don't know why people like Chipotle. That shit tastes like you could make a burrito at home taste way better than that Chipotle bullshit.
Yeah, man. They just been having trouble, man. They just been having big trouble.
The steak is all dry, the chicken dry. You don't get some gravy in there.
Yeah, I prefer Cadobo or California tortilla if I'm going to do those chain Mexican places. Anyway, I don't get enough with a veggie burger, so I don't like, y'all keep that meat away. I don't know what y'all doing with that shit. They ain't cooking that shit right, man. Tijuana, man. Tijuana. The mayor of Tijuana has a red hat talking about make Tijuana great again. I seen a whole bunch of Mexicans from Tijuana shouting Trump is right. I couldn't believe my ears. I'm like, this is the Twilight Zone. But you will never see it on mainstream American TV. No, you will not. they hit that shit. Did you see it?
What, Tijuana?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen it. I posted it. I posted it on Twitter. I think that's another like Hotep's been told you moment. Like you over here talking about POC. We have to look out for our POC. Man, the POC don't care about the POC. It's nationalism. You know what nationalism is? They said Trump used the term nationalist and that made him racist. But here we have a bunch of Mexican nationalists and people. You see, they shut up. Ain't nobody said nothing. NPC couldn't compute.
Yeah, I read today, and I think it was Breitbart. Like they arrested a whole bunch of caravan people. Someone was drunk, getting high. Like you're supposed to be on seeking asylum, man. You ain't supposed to be out here getting on and shit like that. Hey, come on, your life is supposed to be hard, man. You don't got time for none of that. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It was just because they was insulting them, man. And, like they were giving them refried beans for like lunch, like free food, man. They didn't want to eat. They was like, man, they feed pigs these beans. Then the Tijuana's like, we love beans and shit.
We love beans.
Yo, they're really pissed off, man. They're really pissed off.
Because they understand, it's bad when they understand economics more than some people here do. And you're just going to trudge through their town and just post up, and then you sitting on the corner, you got your tents propped up to try and look like Occupy Wall Street in Tijuana.
Yeah, didn't the Haitians go to Tijuana a few years back?
Did they?
Was that one? Because I was reading that they didn't mind the Haitians when the Haitians came through because the Haitians like care of everything. They cleaned up behind themselves.
See?
But these caravan dudes, they was like, man, get these motherfuckers the hell out of here.
See, if you come bearing gifts, you be all right. They should have came with some mota. You know what I mean? They should have came with some of that ganja. You know what I mean? And show the people some love, you know. But instead, they came with their hands out and it was being dirty. And that's why they don't want them there, man. He said 80 to 85% of the people in Tijuana do not want the caravan moving through there. Or had negative opinions towards that caravan coming. But you know that's billionaire money, man.
Yeah.
Somebody paying for that. And I can't wait for the day I become a billionaire. You know how like George Soros like does things? I think I'm done with politics, right? So I think like I'm just gonna be a billionaire, right? And then I'm just gonna have like my own caravan. Like I'm just gonna put like 100 Hoteps in a bus and just send them places. Like, yeah, Hotep, here go your shirt. Here's your instruction manual. We need you to go disrupt this Black Lives Matter protest.
You be out there like the Black Israelites and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Just shining on people.
yeah. Post them up in the whole block. You know what I mean? I'll be like the Black Charlie Kirk.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, so shouts out to Tijuana. Hope y'all fix your caravan problem. This one next is like, this is a strange discussion. This is my shine of the week, even though deep down I ain't blaming Blac Chyna for hustling. I don't know. Do we have to call Blac Chyna Blac Chyna? Can we call her White Chyna or bootleg White Chyna now, man?
She's either bootleg Blac Chyna or White Chyna.
I think she's transcended the White Chyna. You know, Blac Chyna is selling. Well, she's being a sponsor for a skin lightening cream. You know, that's big in certain parts of the world. She's doing a tour in Nigeria, and I guess, hey, I was watching my timeline, and I can't remember if they said the price. I think it's $239, but that's like 90,000 Nigerian money, whatever.
It's like the price of some Yeezys or something.
Yeah, I swear to God, all the African Twitter, they said that shit's gonna sell out like hotcakes. They said that shit's gonna sell. They can't keep it up. So, like, my thing is, you know, if people were saying, oh, China is canceled for selling skin lightening cream and stuff like that, she is canceled. What are you doing about the people that are buying this shit? I mean, it's in a no. It's she getting her Sammy Sosa on. I mean, whatever. But there's plenty of people that is buying this shit. Plenty. You know, you can't knock. Can we really knock the person that's selling it when the people's buying? We saying this is bad for the culture. You know, we should be all right in our skin. I mean, I'm the opinion you should be okay with whatever God gave you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your parents gave, whatever you're made of, you should be okay with that. But some people with the insecurities, you know, and some of them were saying in that section of the world, you lighter skin you are, man, the better you might have at getting a job and shit like that. You know, the thing is, it hasn't really caught on in America like that. You know, I think, you know why I don't think it's caught on in America? Because we is good with we play the dozens, we snap on each other. And, you know what I mean? You start, hey man, you start getting lighter, man. You know what I mean? American blacks are a different breed, man. We'll crack jokes on each other. So I think that's why it says it played out like. What do you think, man?
Well, first of all, this is I've given up on black people. I have. There's no coming back, right? We lost. You know where we are in our history. Our nation has been bombed, right? And now you have the people that have survived have to regroup. Now, we've survived and we've been regrouping, but some of us are digressing. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start cutting some people off. You see, a lot of people say, well, black people have a lot of upward mobility. And that is true, but you got to understand that is a small minority. We're talking about the 5%. So what's going to happen is the 5% is going to become stronger. And this is what Karl Marx talks about in his Communist Manifesto. And you have the bourgeoisie. And the bourgeoisie will have upward mobility, but the rest of the blacks might get left out. So what we got to do is we got to take this moment and we've got to save those we can save, because the ones that want to whiten their skin have to be, they have to be cut off.
But that's a lot of people. That might be some famous people now. That might be a Rihanna. That might be a Beyonce. I mean, there's a couple of famous people that suddenly got lighter over the years, bro.
All right, so look, we're gonna be selective. This, because we gotta keep Beyonce. We can't let nobody. We gotta keep Beyonce. And we got to keep Rihanna at all costs. You know what I mean? That the only Negroes that have some upward mobility that can pull stuff.
But you know what kills me is the shines that go overboard. Like Sammy Sosa went overboard. He couldn't stop using the brake.
Oh yeah, see.
He turned pink. This guy said, "I want to know not one iota of black only content."
Yo, Sammy Sosa did some more wild shit, yo. Yeah, he went full like white man. He went from like Dominican to Italian. Yo. Oh man.
That's they're saying Michael Jackson. I don't know, man. Michael, didn't he get burned and all that, man? I don't know. The man was after Michael, so I don't know what happened with Michael.
Every time
he might have had that.
Every time somebody talk about Michael Jackson, I feel like shooting somebody. Don't talk about Michael Jackson. Do not talk about Michael Jackson. You want to make me mad? Come in my face. That's the only thing that's gonna make me mad, other than messing with my family. You come in my face talking bad about Michael Jackson, we gonna have to fight. I will fight over Michael Jackson. Don't talk about Mike. Don't talk about his skin. Look, Mike was doing what the fuck he felt like doing. Mike was a god, okay? Don't try and compare what this fool doing to the greatest human being that lived since Jesus Christ.
Okay. Let me put it this way, man. Now, if these skin creams, I know you were heavy in the investment, in the stock, in the options. If you see some good skin cream options that you can make some heavy dollars on, what is you doing? Now let's say it. If I turn in this thing take off, man, what is you doing, Hotep Jesus? Is you investing in some skin cream?
Yo, so this is what I'm doing, right? This is the plan. I'm gonna open up a drop shipping store and start selling it. First of all, I'm trying to buy into the private company. You know what I mean? I want a quick like 0.1%. I'll take 1% or better. Tell me what to buy. 0.5%. I'll take 0.5%. Easy on that. And if your IPO is calls and I'm going long, it's going to get acquired by like Maybelline or somebody. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, you're right, man. If they start selling, man, one of the big companies, oh, y'all doing good, huh? I'll buy that right on up.
Yeah, I'm betting on it. Like, people are like, oh, that's messed up. You supporting this. Look, what did I say? Upward mobility of the 5%, right? Yeah, at the expense of those that must be clipped off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You know what's crazy? What is it? What them light skins? They do that cream and get then they have babies and turn. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
You know what I would do?
What?
If we had to trim our numbers, I wouldn't even take out the hood. Yeah. I'd want the hood over the bourgeoisie blacks. Like, that's why I said we got to be selective. We got to pick like a couple of these bougie cats, because of some of these cats, they not good for the president. You can't see a street cat is actually smarter than a book smart cat. So I need the streets, because the streets is enterprising too. Let's not like they not. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
The poor in Jamaica. The other day, I seen a man turn a lawnmower into like this car, but it was like his man's was sitting on the hood chilling. It had a seat in the front on top of the engine. Actually, no, the lawnmower's engine in the back, right? So the man's in the front chilling, and he got one of them standing up seats like a stool, but it's like fixed into the thing.
He's rolling.
Give me that over one of these cats that like work at one of these corporations spitting that liberal bullshit, because they not going to be able to build that. We moving into a world that's going to be controlled by drones. If one of these drones crash to the ground, I'm hand it to my man like, yo, what can you do? What can you do? Can you do something?
Right.
We going to need people like that know how to survive when this whole thing go down.
I feel you. So shout out to Chyna and her international investments. She's currently touring the motherland, hawking skin products. God bless her.
Terrible. Blac, Chyna.
That's the thing, man. I know. Oh man. Anyway, Proud Boys. FBI labeled them an extremist group, man. Gavin stepped down. I guess he's trying to save his. What's going on, man?
Don't let the media turn your heroes into villains. Now I can't say too much on this because I don't want to be placed on the list. But damn. The media can do whatever they can. When I talk to people and I say the simulation and we start participating in the simulation is driven by media, social media, and then social media, not only by the big cats, but also by the people that are in your network. All of it is the simulation. And let me tell you, they control it. So when you get too strong, you start putting together something for real, for real. I saw Gavin, I think it was some transcript from one of his talks today about saying he quit. And he said it's one of the most powerful fraternities out right now. And when you look at it like that, when you look at it through those optics, you know, that's my new word now, optics. When you look at it through that lens, you see why the media was so afraid.
Yeah, I guess that the Proud Boys had a little wave going. You know what I mean? And they didn't want to get it any further. I do like to say that we have to keep in mind. If you look at America's history, the FBI infiltrated the Black Panther Party. So you would have to, I think you would have to suspect that the FBI is infiltrating these various groups that are popping up today, including the Proud Boys. Now I was on the Gavin show, matter of fact, like twice, like a couple years ago.
Early in the game.
Yeah, early in the game. He showed us love, man. He showed us love. So I mean, I had no problem with him, and I seen the Proud Boys wasn't all it wasn't all white people, you know what I mean? I've seen there was a couple of, the new term person of color within the Proud Boy ranking. I just think, like you said, they get scared of some stuff coming down. They're like, nah, man, we gotta shut this off at the help. We gotta cut it off in the past. They really got them out there because it was the only group going toe to toe with Antifa. They was joining up whenever Antifa was up, Proud Boy was coming up, rocking them skulls, rocking them domes and shit like that. They went up New York, beat up some Antifa folks, man. And they didn't have no mask on, no nothing, and next thing you know, they're in federal court, man.
Yeah, I see the conservatives crying to their daddy Trump again.
What was they doing, man?
Because look, the whole Proud Boys thing, right? How everybody's coming down on the Proud Boys, but Antifa gets to run wild. They're basically saying like, "Yo, Trump, you got to do something about this Antifa thing," and it's just it's like you asking for more government, and every time you ask for a favor from the government, you making the government bigger. You know what I mean? We was just talking about this on Wayne Dupree show, and it's just like every little thing, like you running back to what's the name? It's like you're basically saying like, because we make fun of Antifa, like how they a bunch of pansies, right? But then at the same time, you need Trump to handle your business. Like, nah, Proud Boys is out here handling your business. Y'all need to just back Proud Boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. This was probably the time to stand up, but, the SPLC, I think, labeled them an extremist group. The FBI came in and they published articles agreeing with it, even though they were really, they weren't they were pro-Israel, they were pro-nationalists, and I don't know. I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled like why Antifa is not getting the same treatment, as quote unquote the Proud Boys. I just think, like you said, they didn't want. It got a little bit too popular for the powers that be. They felt a little bit uncomfortable, so I think they dropped the hammer on it.
The media.
Yeah, the media. Exactly. Well, the media is all one and the same. Because one of the things that why Antifa isn't getting the kind of heat the Proud Boys, because the media is on their side. You know what I mean? Like they'll describe they'll hardly ever describe it. They will hardly ever call it Antifa or anything like that. You know what I mean? They'll just say, oh, they're anti-racist protesters or some shit, something fucking crazy or something like that. When it's all damn bunch of Antifa commies and shit.
Yeah, I was talking about my homie the other day, and we was just talking about Trump because how I feel about Trump. I like Trump, and he was like talking about like white nationalists. And he brought up the Proud Boys, and I'm just like, Proud Boys, like what you know about the Proud Boys? Like nigga, Gavin used to follow me. Like what are you talking about? What you know about Proud Boys? You know what I mean? And he was just describing as like what they're not, like alt-right and all this. I'm like, yo, do you know what alt-right is? Like, because we really in this. We like really see what's going on. We know the players, and it's just like, and I'm like, the only way you got that was through the media. You know what I mean? But you don't say anything about Antifa because Antifa's on your side, one, and he's on your side because you follow the media, and the media, like you said, paint Antifa in this beautiful white light.
Yeah, so that's wild. And so shout out to rest in peace, Proud Boys, man. They might as well just disband and start. It's like disband, rebrand, whatever you want to do. They gotta go back to drawing because once the media gets on you like that, then it's a hard thing to shake. What happened to your girl Loomer, man?
Man,
they got her out of here, man. She's dead. Rest in peace to Laura Loomer.
Man, bruh. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but we gotta pour something out for Miss Laura Loomer. Let me pour some woke water. Pour out some woke water for Miss Loomer. They got her out of here. I don't know why. That's my Twitter boo. That's my Jewish right-wing Twitter boo. And they got her out of here. Account has been suspended. Laura, this is what you do. If you're listening, this is what you do. Hotep Jesus is giving you the instructions. You will get your account back. And you're going to look like a god after you do this. You get on a plane and you fly to Twitter headquarters and you post up and you Loomer Jack into giving you your account back. You've got to Loomer him. That's what you do. You Loomer people. Loomer him into giving your account back. Just don't do it with the cameras and all loud and stuff like that. Just try to pull like a quiet meeting with him. Like, yo, I talk to you about my account. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely want to post up in his office and demand that, he give you an account back. I think he'll give you an account back.
Can we give some credit to Laura first? I'm going to give some credit to her. I really don't agree with a lot of stuff she says, man. She's a little too pro homeland first instead of America. But she was in the mix. I remember in Vegas, when nobody was asking that sheriff what the hell what was going on. She ran her damn up. She shut down. They was like, oh no, ho. After that, they had no first thing. They had they cut off the media. They cut off all media for that. Then we heard nothing else about Vegas because that was because of Laura Loomer. She shut that shit down because she started asking the hard questions. And they was like, oh, we thought it was going to go easy now. I'm like, oh, what are we going to do? You know what I mean? They were trying to get their false flag together, get it all, everything right. You know what I'm saying? They expect their media, which is in their back pocket, to actually start asking real hard questions. And that's why they fear the independent media. So, she was getting a lot of people's faces. She was go to Gilliam's face. What was it? Ellison? She got in his face. She was all over the place. And, that's the type of media.
Avenatti.
Yeah, Avenatti. That's the type of media we need in America. We need media to actually ask the hard question. You might not agree with her stances. But if you don't, then you'll find somebody that agrees with your stance and asks the questions that you think are relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not these questions that the corporations, they want you, this is what they want the public to know, and they'll tell the reporters to ask those questions. It's the game, you know what I mean?
I know a couple of weeks ago she got hit with the I think it was like a 10-day. Remember they suspended her until the election day?
Yeah.
They got her out the paint before election day. I don't know. I think when you get so popular, that's what happens. And your message is so radical, Imagine if I was acting like the old me right now. I think they'd have been getting me out the paint a long time ago.
They might have, man.
Huh?
They might have.
I used to wild out, yo. I used to be like really radical. You know what I mean?
You was wilding, man. You was really wilding, man. I was like, man. Man, now look at this timeline for a bit. You out here riling these savages out here, man.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I calmed it down. Ever since I've been on Fox News. Oh man.
Hold on, off topic, man. Did you hear about there was this Twitter user. It was she had an AV. It was like a light skinned woman, and she was tweeting, anti-black men rhetoric. She was tweeting feminist rhetoric. They find out it's catfish. That photo don't even belong to her. Now she still says she's a black woman, but nobody believe her now. You know what I'm saying? They had pulled some white woman's picture up. They said it was a white woman posed as a black woman, spitting out this anti-black men rhetoric and you see, these white folks, they're doing this to us. They're they're putting a divide between black men and black women. Okay, again, back to the skin cream argument. I know we should have brought this up then. Back to the cream argument. Okay, she's doing these tweets, but if you look who's retweeting them, if you look who's liking them, it's y'all. You know what I'm saying? So why? I mean, you should expect your quote unquote opposition enemy to do some stuff, or crazy people to do some things like that. But if your culture was in order, nobody would be retweeting her. It wouldn't be. She had 3,000 some followers. She only had the count since January, shit like that. It took me a minute to get over 1,000 followers, man. Just tweeting from jump. But if you tweet, you hate black men and all this shit, man.
You a god. You a god. Yeah. Oh man, I want to set up my own bot and put it out just to hate black men all day. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna just start arguing with it too, so people think it's real. Like, yo, who is this troll account? Start selling "I hate black men" shirts.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, man. That I know, and this just happened. People were saying this happened during the elections. I remember a couple magazines.
I can't hear you.
Huh?
I can't hear you. You was away from the mic.
Oh, my fault. There was a couple accused Russian accounts that were doing the same thing. They were tweeting Black Lives Matter type stuff during the election season, trying to, raise the racial strife. I don't know, man. It's just like I get it, this catfish or whatever, but I'm not sure it was a white woman. It could, because why are you so sure it was a white woman when there's plenty of black women? Jamel Lemieux says the same stuff this lady was saying. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Feminista Jones says the same thing this woman is saying. So it's not. We keep looking at this racial issue. It's not white folks. We got to look in the mirror. Black folks look in the mirror. And we look in the mirror, we can fix our own problems. And we can. This is something we definitely can fix.
See, Mike was trying to tell us, man.
Yeah, man.
Every morning, I look myself in the mirror, and I try to look better every day. And that's my only goal. And if we don't start taking that attitude on with introspection, and we're stuck in a state of retrospection, right? We keep looking at the past. We keep looking at like slavery and racism and how things used to be. And we're not looking at how things are now.
Right.
How are we now? Like our culture is of, I'm not going to go there.
Call them out, man. It's pre-Thanksgiving Eve, man.
Yeah, I was about to go.
Call them out. Let them be let the Shines be thankful for Thanksgiving, man.
I was about to go Ali Shakur on it.
No, man. Let them get their gravy and their stuffing, man. Shut out, man. Your girl, man. Tell us about your new political crush, man.
Okay,
Alexandria.
yo, Alex, man. She's great. She's a really great human being, right? So here's the thing: when I pick people based upon their energy, right? Not necessarily like, their intelligence or personality's part of it, but not really personality, right? It's beyond personality. It's like, what's your energy? What's your intentions? Where's your heart at, right? And her heart is in the right place, She wants to do the right things. She's just misled.
Mm-hmm.
You see what she's doing? She's disrupting the Democratic Party. She trying to shake things up. She got that Bernie, what Bernie was supposed to be. She got that.
Right.
Where it's two establishments. Anybody that's against the establishment is cool with me. Did you see the video of her dancing?
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, look. Alex, I'm telling you, Alex. And they got I think I lost 80 followers since I announced my crush for Alex. I'm like, yo,
really?
Yeah, I lost like 80 followers. They was mad as hell. Cause everybody wants to play that's the enemy, and then we're on this side. You're our guy, you're not their guy, and we're not sharing. Everybody plays that little game. But it's just like, nah, we gotta select. See, people don't. That's why people don't. Y'all gotta read, man, or watch some documentaries or something, man. Y'all gotta increase your knowledge of the war, cause how are you gonna have an enemy and no allies within the enemy's base? You have no allies?
Yeah.
Think about that. What was one of the first acts that Hotep did? We turned a inherent enemy into a ally, to the public at least, right? To the eyes, to the people following the simulation, right? That's what we did, and it made us stronger. But sometimes you have to recognize when to ally with your enemy and when not to. The talking heads get paid to keep y'all fighting. Hotep, Jesus is here to keep the peace.
Yeah. I think she was. People were making fun of her. She was talking about how much money she got in her account. She had like $7,000 in her account. One thing I did like, she was showing people, she was doing videos and stuff like that. She's actually using social media like we would use social media. She's going to show the day in the life of a person that works in Congress and stuff like that. That's why I think it's smart. Now people are going to follow her and they're going to actually know what she does every day and everything like that. That's one thing I think people on the right don't understand, that you can learn from actually what she's doing, because she's getting these younger people involved in her, invested in her. You know what I mean? So if she can survive, they're trying to get her out of here. You know what I'm saying? But if she can survive a couple years, a couple of elections, man, she's going to be a real powerful person in the government.
Because those people grow up. Think about that. Like, you grow. Is she the youngest person ever to hit Congress, or is?
I don't know about you.
Maybe not, but she's pretty young. How old is she?
She's 30, right?
She's 30. She's pretty young. But the fact of the matter is that demographic is going to grow up. And when they grow up, she'll have that long-term power. As long as he plays the cards right, and she still is of socialism. Now, if she leaves the ideology of socialism, she's done because the socialists propped her up, right?
Right.
So if she comes to capitalism, we have to be strong enough to catch her or be able to provide her, with a platform, like we did Candace Owens. She was came to the right wing, and she was given a platform. Shout out to Legendary Energy for helping her with that. But that's what Hotep gonna be, right? So we're gonna turn her from a socialist to a capitalist, and I'm gonna make that happen. That's my promise to the
people. Yeah, I seen a couple 4chan threads that were really pawning over. I think somebody might have stole your way with that one, man. I swear to
Everybody
God.
stole it. Everybody stole it. Like I seen 8 of my followers steal my swag. I create the swag. I got the sauce. So, all y'all my sons, so I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying?
I swear, man. Hotep Jesus has a crush on Alexandria. Then on I go and pull. Then here they go. Oh, my Spanish waffle, whatever the hell they call it.
You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo. Like, this is the Hoteps create the culture. This is what we do, baby. Let everybody share. I want everybody to love Alex. Let it spread, right? This is the energy. This is seed. This is how we make things manifest by using everyone's energy like a spirit bomb. You know what I mean? Like Goku spirit bomb out this bitch. This is how we gonna pull her away from socialism to capitalism. It's love. Like really, you gotta give people love so we can kind of like tear down that Berlin Wall that keeps us divided.
Yeah.
And
indeed.
And things like that help.
Yeah. On the Trump and Saudi Arabia. Now Trump is saying, all of a sudden we're supposed to care about this Saudi Arabian journalist. I guess we're supposed to sanction Saudi Arabia over it. Whatever. Trump says as much because he says he's not willing to crash the economy because they want to do something because of this Khashoggi character, who, in my opinion, was an operative of some sort. Now people are going off on him about it. Rand Paul saying, "Oh, we got to stop selling guns to Saudi Arabia." Rubio said the same thing. That girl Tulsa Gabbard, I think she's the government person out of Hawaii. I think she's another one that they think might run for office. She said. She said Trump is Saudi Arabia's bitch, man. America first doesn't mean Saudi Arabia's bitch. I mean, there was another country over there that we could put in that sentence. I don't know why. But I'll leave that. That's a different story. Is Trump right? We gonna trade? I'd rather take the cheap gas, but some people is crying about doing something about Saudi Arabia when this is the least thing they've ever done. Kill one man? They're still bombing Yemen today. Killing kids today. Starving kids out today. Still beheading people today. Still stoning people today. But this one guy, we supposed to be like, oh man, because he worked for the Washington Post. Oh my God.
Mainstream media. You see what you said? Washington Post, right?
Yeah.
Man, all of a sudden, because he's attached to the media, we got to bend the rules. Any other time, y'all don't care about no Saudis. Give me the cheap gas, B. I ain't got no problem with the Saudis. Let me build my empire. You know what I mean? But Saudi's got a lot of money over here. I'm not even talking about treasury bonds. Saudi Arabia's got a deal right now that's slowing up Uber money. You know the Uber service?
Yeah.
Got SoftBank. Masayoshi's son got the Vision Fund, and the Vision Fund right now has a large amount. I want to say almost up to a half of the Vision Fund is Saudi Arabia, and they are the ones that are invested in these startups out in Silicon Valley. So it's a lot of technology being held up. In fact, the Vision Fund is being held up right now. Masayoshi Son, the richest man in Japan, can't even make moves because of this. Let my man Masayoshi get his money. Let's keep this thing moving, people. We got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. Now I've been reading that Prince, you know, that the CIA doesn't like that Prince or whatever for whatever reason. Some say he didn't want the bad system. He bought the Russian version. So the military industrial complex is pissed off. So I think it's more about they're trying to get that Prince out of the way instead of, you know, fighting for humanitarian. Because it's really not about this journalist. You know what I mean? They're trying to use that. You know what I mean? But whatever, man. Like I said, he'll take the cheap gas. I seen somebody post a picture. The gas was like $2.09. I'm like, where the hell are you living? I'm like, damn, we're about to get under $2, man. I'm like, this is, yeah, it's been a minute, man, since it was $2. Like some of us are old enough to remember it was 99 cents a gallon. Remember those days. I remember those days.
I'm wondering if the shift, I think the shift from gas cars to electric cars, or I should say green energy, is going to make the price of gasoline drop, right? Mm-hmm. So I think gasoline over time, we should see a price drop, I'm thinking. Maybe. Then it might be a reversal because then the cars are... All right, so in the extreme future, there might be a reversal, but it'll probably be hard to find gas. But while people are trying to liquidate before the crash of the market, the price of gas will drop. My bad. I'm just thinking this thing out loud.
Hey, man, go ahead. Hey, you're the Bitcoin expert, man.
Yeah.
Drop some knowledge on us. What's going on with Bitcoin? It's dropping. People are saying this is the crash all crashes. What's going on out there, man?
Yeah. So I saw the crash. Actually, I was at a meeting at the time, but we were talking about the meeting, you know, the Bitcoin crash, and basically, you know, I told dude, I was like, yo, this looks like a bear trap. You know what I mean? Getting people to sell. And then since that big crash, Bitcoin's been up. You know, last time I checked, it was up like at least 600, 800 points. So it's a lot of panic out there. I got this app, Coinbits app. Coinbits app is the truth. Because when it crashed, you know, I just hit the buy button. I ain't even got to do nothing. I just open up my dashboard and just, you know, hit the 25 button or the 50 button and just make my purchase. And then when that thing come back up, you know, you good money. But I think the problem is people don't look at Bitcoin properly. You know, it's like Bitcoin, you got to look at it like a hedge against the future because the dollar's going to go away and we're going to a digital currency, whether you like it or not. So, you know, we're going to be chipped up digital currency. I mean, all the conspiracy theorists told you this, like, you need to stop fighting it. So it's just like, you know, people are like, oh, it's worth this, it's worth this. Yeah, well, even at a crash, it's worth $4,800 of the money you use right now. So you tell me which one's the fiat note, which one's fake and has a use case. Because people are obviously, oh, it doesn't have a use case scenario. No, you just don't know how people are using it, you know. But I think the safest way to get in the game is Coinbase app. That's why I use it, because it's the safest way to get in the game, because it's like you just buy a little bit over time. So it's just like, you know, you wake up next year and it's like, oh, shit, I could have a big ass boatload of money. And if I don't and I fall short, it's like, still, I got some money saved up. You know what I mean? But with the way Bitcoin spikes, you could turn a little, like last year, I put like a little handful of money in the market. And I fucking like 8x'd my G. Like, it's just like, damn, my money just inflated. Bitcoin can do that. You can't do that with anything else. So that's why you're doing this app.
Let's shoot the chat from Lauren. Why do we think we're ever going to know who really Khashoggi was and what he was doing there? He might have been a CIA asset through Mockingbird.
Ain't none of my business.
My name is Bennett. I ain't in
it. Like, people be arguing. Like, sometimes, shout out to Lauren for the super chat. I appreciate you. But you know, I think we have to be mindful that the people have no organized militia. The people have no organized intelligence agency. You know, we don't have anything to protect ourselves. Everything that we choose to protect ourselves is also the people we tend to agree with, which doesn't make sense. So we gotta come back home and fix home. You know, everybody talk about, oh, America, America, America. Well, I feel you, but I see a lot of. All right, so here's the thing, like you see a lot of black people and white people getting along online, but you don't see them working together. Those are two different things. So until we start seeing people actually work together and build something together, it's just like it's fluff. It's for show.
Anyway, that's it for the show. You have anything else, man? Where you going for Thanksgiving, man?
I'm going to the cousin crib. We gonna get. I can't burn next year. Well, I'm a burn, but I can't with my cuz because she pregnant. Congratulations to her. Um, yeah, but you know, I'm going around the way. You know, I'm going to the hood. You know what I mean? go see the family and all of that. Shout out to Ben Settle. Ben Settle is still our highest Patreon monthly patron. Still the highest. I ain't gonna tell y'all what he sent us, but it's good money. We appreciate Ben Settle here at the Hoteps Been Told You show.
Yeah.
And
Thanks. Shout out to that.
and Ray Sin too. Ray Sin has purchased woke water. It's only like 3 people on earth that have purchased woke water. And Ray Sin, Ben Settle has 3 bottles. He's the current the leading owner of woke water right now. And those things retail for $125.
Mr. Nicktown, thank you for the stream. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. $25. Anyway. Hotep Jesus, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, man.
Yo, happy Thanksgiving, bro. Tell the fam I said what up. And keep playing
All
that
right.
Nas for your daughter, man. That's good. That's good.
Yo, I only play Nas or Michael Jackson. She loved Michael Jackson.
Mike, I tell you, yo, listen to the kids, bro. I'll see you next week, man.
All right, man. Take it easy.